going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They give it to Anderson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A good pick up there, 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to spin free. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll go option. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! White, 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Throwing, Hundley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. Ohio. Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand, flex round. Flex round. Out.
And he motions the wide receiver. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go. Ohio. Let's go. Flex round.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the wideout in motion. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. With their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Again, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards Stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Brandon Marshall coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. McKinnon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A little track jump. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go. Flex round. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now they try the right side here. And, that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's taken on the 25. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard, right at the 45.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw. Going for the deep ball. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Ohio! Let's go! Ohio!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, next round! Ohio, let's go!
Back to throw now in his own end zone, eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you expect him to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
They're going to look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gabe Wright able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Screen play, Anderson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Here we go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Come on, now.
They'll look to throw here. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Zach Kerr in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Being chased out left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 60 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.